Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Ashley Mailloux. Taking a look at the stakes race at Aqueduct on Saturday. Race number 3 is the Gravesend. It's 150 grander, and we're going 3/4 of a mile. Let's take a look at this field. Only a field of 5, and kind of a rematch among several of these horses coming out of the fall highway. Bold Journey, your 8-5 Gravesend favorite, got the best of them that day.
And I guess, Dan, if you're not coming out of the fall highway, you're coming out of the Davis Friend at Laurel, as we see Stage Left and Greeley and Ben both exit that event. And I guess there's maybe two camps here. Do you like the way the Davis Friend played out better, or the fall highway? I'm probably the latter of the two in here. I just think there's a little bit more spacing in between that race and this one being the Gravesend. And to me, I think the freshness edge, might be the way to go.
I tend to agree with you, and I also think the pace might set up for horses coming out of the fall highway a little bit better. We'll throw up the Timeform US pace projector, and Durante is a very quick horse, and Durante might be able to make the lead in a situation that Timeform US might favor front runners. Bold Journey was able to run Durante down last time. He's got the LP flag, which indicates the fastest Timeform US late pace rating.
Yeah, I really agree with this sort of Timeform pace projection. I do think Rotney's probably going to be trying to push him and sit off of Durante in the early stages, but we saw Durante was almost able to steal it in the fall highway. Prior to that, was able to steal the grade 3 Bold Ruler, and it could be dangerous if he gets on an uncontested lead.
This race is full of hardy campaigners, including the #1 Stage Left, who's won 12 times, banked over almost $700,000 in earnings, and he scored 2 starts back at Oaklawn Park when craftily placed by trainer David Jacobson in a $50,000 starter allowance. He was very game to win this race, came back, only got beat a length in the Dave's Friend.
Yeah, he only got beaten a length. I'm still disappointed in that performance. I did back him in the Dave's Friend, but I think going back to this race in early December at Oaklawn, he raced quite well. To me, this is a common move for David Jacobson. The week rest is not a thing that is strange to his barn. He does this a bunch and he has success, and maybe he feels like this runner did have some excuses last time out.
We had a lot of rain earlier in the week in the area down in New York. That would help a horse like the #2 Rotney. After all, he popped a triple-digit Beyer speed figure 2 starts back in the Hudson over Muddy Going, a race where he was able to push the pace. Last time out in the fall highway, he tracked Durante. He ran okay for third. He's a horse that might sort of slip through the cracks from a wagering standpoint.
I agree. I think he's probably going to offer value in here. He's a 3-time winner at Aqueduct, and I liked his performance too back when he was able to get the job done. I thought the way that he opened up on the field, and yes, they kind of came back to him at the end, but he did make things look easy. We saw the pace projection. I think he's going to be forward, and he really shouldn't be too far off of it. So maybe just from where he'll be placed, he at least deserves a look in the exotics.
Greeley and Ben. How can you not love a horse like Greeley and Ben? He's 9 years old. He's won 25 times, and he's knocking on the door to becoming a millionaire. Here's his win in the Dave's Friend last time out. And Greeley and Ben swings widest, swings fastest, and he is always trying in the stretch.
He is always trying. He's going to need to grind it out here, and he makes up a ton of ground late to get the win by half a length. And I think just watching the trip, this is sort of signature of him. He was dead last early on, a patient ride from Evian Toledo there, and it's going to get the job done. Now, we talked about it. The Dave's Friend was on the 23rd. This is a quick turnaround for him and Stage Left. I think with him, it was just, can he keep this win streak alive with 3 races in a month? That's my one reservation with him.
He did prove his mettle at Aqueduct, winning the fall high weight last year. Bold Journey is up next. It looks like Bill Mott's got Bold Journey in very good form right now. Here's his win in the 2023 edition of the fall high weight. Now, going to the front was Durante. He's down on the inside. He's a horse that doesn't take the turns very well. Bold Journey, on the other hand, took the turn very well. He still has a ton of work to do at the 8th pole, and he's going to run down some of these tired pace setters late with Durante a game second.
I like that you pointed out. I just think he's probably the horse that's in the best form as of late. He's a 4-year-old who really hasn't gotten tested until these last couple of starts, and he's been able to win 2 races in a row. I even think his race 3 starts back was a really nice race. So it is a compact field. You wonder if there will be enough pace for him in this spot, but I think true and true, he tries just about every single start, and I really like him in this spot.
The 5 Durantes finished first or second in his last 7 races, including a win in the grade 3 Bold Ruler 2 starts back. We saw that fall highway. He was on the pace that day. It is kind of odd that he doesn't seem to take the turns very well. He gets out, but he was very game to finish second. And if you're a fan of the pace projector, you're a fan of Durante.
Yeah, you have to like him from that sort of fact alone. And I think looking at his races, at least he shows up every single start going down the page. In his last 6 or 7, he's been there, whether he's won them all. Well, he almost has. He's only has those 2 losses where he finished second. I do think he could get loose here early, which could make it hard for the other 4 runners in here.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Gravesend to the Big A on Saturday. You're going with Bold Journey, a horse that's just in super form and appears to be getting better and better with every start. I don't think he has to be so far off the pace, but it would be nice if there's some hitting in front for him.
I say we both like the 4 and the 5 here. I think they're coming in this race just about 5 weeks of rest in between the fall high weight. I think that's key. I think they both have really good recent form. You sort of hit the nail on the head with Bold Journey. He's the horse of now. I think his form is very strong. He's getting better. But use Durante on top, and I think if he gets lonely on the lead, it could be over from the time the gates open.
Yeah, that's the angle I'm using. I'm hoping that Durante gets a little bit of a breather and might be able to hold off a hard-charging Bold Journey in the stretch. 4-5-3-1 for Ashley, 5-4-2-3 for me. It's the Gravesend at Aqueduct on Saturday. Good luck.